All right, good morning, traders. Today is August 1st, 2024. Rabbit, thank you for being here. My SPY pivot this morning remains. No, it's changed. SPY pivot changed too. 549.24. Above it, I'm a bull. Below it, I'm a bear. IWM and Diamond Dow remain in uptrends, while SPY, FNGU, and QQQ remain in downtrends. SPY, FNGU, and QQQ made higher highs and higher lows, closing over their bearish traps around the 17 EMA. Some closed over the 17 EMA, some closed under. SPY closed with a 2-hour uptrend and a 10-minute uptrend over the all-time high anchored VWAP. Very nice. IWM, Diamond Dow made higher highs, higher lows, closing over their bullish traps over their 17 EMAs. Gold, still in an uptrend, made a higher high and a higher low, closing over the bullish trap over the 17 EMA. Silver, still in a downtrend, made a higher high and a higher low, closing between the bearish trap and the falling 17 EMA. UNG, still in a downtrend, made an inside day, closing beneath the bearish trap under the falling 17 EMA. USO, still in a downtrend, made a higher high and a higher low, closing over the bearish trap and over a falling 17 EMA. Big green candle on USO yesterday. US dollar index in a downtrend, closed near the 104.06 area, continuing in the bear flag pattern, possible breakout to the downside. So let's take a look at some charts. All right, first chart. Let's get this up. Let's get the right one. Let's take a look at SPY. All right, so here's SPY's candle yesterday. We ripped from 538 to a high of 553. That's like almost a $15 rip. Right? 538, 553. Huge rip on SPY. So we could have a reversal pattern show up here. So big rip up. Higher low, higher high, closing over the bearish trap and over the 17 EMA. Actually, kind of closing over a bullish cross, but we'll call it a bearish trap. But SPY, higher low, higher high, closing over the bearish trap and over the falling 17 EMA. So we'll see how they react to that. Like to see a 3-bar rally. I think we're probably going to get a pause after that $15 pop. Maybe consolidate here before we have anything else. So there's SPY. Let's take a look at it on the 2-hour chart. Yes, we closed with a 2-hour uptrend. That's bullish. Breaking the downtrend like that. That's bullish. And we closed with a 10-minute uptrend at the last minute. 10-minute uptrend, 2-hour uptrend, daily downtrend still. All right. Let's go back and take a look at QQQ on the daily. QQQ, same candle as SPY. QQQ closing with a higher low, higher high, closing over the bullish trap and over a falling 17 EMA. Nice work there on QQQ. FNGU, almost the same thing. Higher low, higher high, closing over the bearish trap, but just under the falling 17 EMA. Nice work on FNGU. Like to see them hold the ground up here, okay? SPY, QQQ, FNGU, like to see them hold the ground. Don't want to see a bearish engulfing today. Want to see them kind of hold this ground for the bulls. All right, so there's FNGU. Let's take a look at IWM. Russell 2000, yesterday's price action. That candle right there, higher low, higher high. Closing over a bullish trap, over the 17 EMA. IWM, new 2-year high right there. Okay, yesterday puts in a new 2-year high, okay? Getting up there. This is the all-time high right there. 244.50, roughly, thereabouts, okay? Right now we got a new 2-year high right there. Yesterday. Nice work on IWM. Let's take a look at Diamond Dow. Diamond Dow, that's the all-time high for Diamond Dow. Price action yesterday, higher low, higher high, closing over the bullish trap, challenging the all-time high yesterday. Okay, here's the all-time high. Price action challenging the all-time high. Got a lower high, higher low, higher high, closing over the bullish trap, over the 17 EMA. Okay, Diamond Dow challenging all-time high candle right there yesterday. So IWM puts in a new 2-year high. Let's take a look at some technicals. So the technicals on the 15-minute chart, we have a kind of a pattern going here, a trend to the upside, if you can see that. So we got this. I think we go this way. Well, we can only go as far as the overbought. It's only going to go here. But I think we're going back into the overbought, and we move over to the right. So that's where I think we're going. Got making higher lows and just kind of pinching this area up here. So I think we probably spend maybe another week up here in the overbought zone once we get up there. It looks like they're working their way up towards it. So there's T2122. Spent the day mostly in the buy zone, knocking on the door of the overbought zone. T2123, 15-minute chart. All right, new all-time highs for T2123. Look at that. Big rally in the end of the day. Look at that rip. Lost all of it, though. You see what I'm saying? This is where I want them to go up and hold the ground. All right, that's what I'm looking for. Go up and hold the ground. So new all-time high for T2123. Doesn't matter if it's the 15 or the 3-bar chart. It's still a new all-time high. So here's the 200 SMA pushing price up higher and higher there for T2123. Again, here's the 3-bar chart, new all-time high. Of course, it's the same product. 200 SMA, kind of flat here. Nice 17 EMA pushing price up. So nice work on T2123. And you can see we put in 3 more green candle bars here for T2123 on the 3-bar chart. On the 15-minute chart, we got almost all green until the end of the day where we had some bearish engulfing move right here. So a little bit of profit taking right there. Let's go take a look at FNGU. FNGU, nice work on FNGU. Look at this. Green from the beginning of the day to the end of the day. So looks like a double bottom right there, right? When you call out a double bottom. Got a bottom on the 25th, another bottom on the 30th. And they said, no, not anymore. We're going the other way. So right there, FNGU, green all day from beginning of the day to the end of the day. And you know what I like to see? They're up on top of this falling 200 SMA. Okay, now I want to see them hold the ground over it. Don't give it up. Okay, I want to see them hold the ground up over this. And I think earnings had a lot to do with that for the FNGU, holding the ground up over the falling 200 SMA. Nice. Maybe we can do some gap filling today. That would be nice. Got a nice little gap that needs to be filled. Maybe we do some gap filling. Another green candle to the upside. Like to see that happen. All right, let's go take a look at some few sectors. All right, first sector we'll take a look at is energy. Start off with petroleum oil, USO. Crude oil. Crude oil in a downtrend, but look at this candle yesterday. Higher low, higher high, closing over the bearish trap, over a falling 17 EMA. Still in a downtrend, got to break out over this high right here. Then we have ourselves an uptrend. Okay, so still in a downtrend. USO. Let's take a look at UNG. Now, UNG the previous day made an all-time new low right there. Yesterday's candle for yesterday was the inside day. It's a lower high and a higher low closing underneath the bearish trap. Underneath the falling 17 EMA, UNG still in a downtrend. It has been in a downtrend ever since they broke this M pattern. See that M pattern show up? Right there, that middle apex, that middle valley. They broke below that valley and then they just got crushed. Okay, so there's UNG. Let's take a look at precious metals. Silver, still in a downtrend. They've been in a downtrend since they broke this low right here. They will have to recover this high to be in an uptrend. Okay, so silver's still in a downtrend. Yesterday's price action, higher low, higher high closing between a bearish trap and a falling 17 EMA. Silver's still in a downtrend, not quite ready yet to get busy with it. Let's take a look at GLD. GLD in an uptrend. They would have to break this low to be in a downtrend. GLD putting in a nice candle yesterday. Higher low, higher high closing over bullish trap over a hooking 17 EMA on GLD. Take a look at a few sectors. SMH still in a downtrend till they break up back up over this this high right here, possibly maybe even back to this high. They broke this low. They've been in a downtrend. Price action higher low, higher high closing between the bearish trap and the falling 17 EMA. SMH downtrend, XLK, technology sector, probably going to be the same thing. Okay, higher low, higher high closing between the falling 17 EMA and a bearish trap right there. So XLK still downtrend. XLF, guess what XLF did? I think, you know what this is? 44.11, 44.10. Hey, that's a new all-time high for XLF yesterday. Higher low, higher high closing over the bullish trap over the 17 EMA. XLF putting in a new all-time high. T2123 putting in a new all-time high. IWM putting in a new 2-year high. So market's still bullish. There's some spots that are kind of fading, but market is still bullish. This XLF. Let's take a look at IYT. Last one. IYT still in an uptrend, very flaky uptrend. They were in an uptrend since they broke these peaks right here. See that wick? And then this bearish engulfing, that wick, and then that wick up there, all those wicks. They've been in an uptrend since they broke over those wicks. Okay, but you can see they lost pretty much everything that they gained in a matter of a week or two. All right, so there's IYT. Price action for yesterday. Make sure I got the right candle. Higher low, higher high closing over a bullish trap. Over the 17 EMA. Nice work for IYT. That's our transportation index. All right, let's go take a look at the economic calendar. Oh, want to bring this up. Malcolm, one of our room members, brought this up yesterday. RCL. All right, got a little bearish MMRP action. Igniting candle to the downside. That's a 2-candle drop, a 2-candle pause, a 2-candle pullback, and we're looking for further downside coming after testing this resistance right here. Okay, so thank you, Malcolm. So we're looking for, guess what? Five more candles to the downside. Okay, now some of them may be green. All right, but we're looking for a move that takes us in this direction. All right, there might be some green candles. They might gap down and then trade up, making a green candle. But we're looking for candles that are making lower highs and lower lows on the chart as compared when you pair them up. All right, So that's what we're looking for on that MMRP pattern. Now, after 6 candles, it could continue on for more, but I usually only count on 3 price advancement candles to the downside. And because this is a 2-candle pattern, that would mean there would be 6 candles to the downside. So we'll see what happens there with Royal Caribbean. All right, so Royal Caribbean on our short list right there. All right, let's go take a look at the economic calendar. And we'll start off here. All right, so yesterday was the main event, FOMC, 2 o'clock. Not much havoc. And then 2:30, we had a presser. Today, what do we got? We got jobless claims at 8:30. We got productivity cost at 8:30. We've got PMI manufacturing final at 9:45. ISM manufacturing index at 10. Construction spending also at 10. A natural gas report usually every Thursday around 10:30. And then that's it, okay? Friday, tomorrow, options expiration Friday. Got motor vehicle sales sometime in the morning. Employment situation, it's 8:30. Factory orders, 10 o'clock. And then a rig count at 1. That's pretty much normal, rig count at 1 every Friday. All right, so that's it for the economic calendar. Really a pretty light day as long as we look at these jobless claims and productivity costs. I don't think they're going to matter much, being since the FOMC already stated they're not going to change rates. So therefore, we're going to stay where we are. All right, still waiting on those 3 rate cuts. I don't know if we're going to get them. Federal FOMC said that they were looking for a target of 2% inflation. We're still at 3. I don't know if we're going to get a rate cut this year, but they said 3 rate cuts, and they haven't changed their tone yet. But we're running out of time if we're going to start doing some rate cuts. But then again, we're not getting any closer to 2%. All right, so it's not sure what's going to happen. All right, I think we got ourselves our hopes up, and it's probably not going to happen for maybe a couple months. I don't know. I would think that they would want to do it sometime before election, get everybody out there and voting. All right, so that's the economic calendar. Let's take a look at Max Payne for today. Max Payne's going to be 8/1. That's August 1st. So they're saying Max Payne, that's the options that expire today, is at 545. I don't know if we get to 545. That would be a little bearish engulfing there, 545. Because we're up around 553 now, aren't we? Pretty sure. Let's take a look. Been known to be wrong. Yeah, we're up at 553. And they're saying 545. I don't know if we get anywhere near 545. And we got 1 1/4 puts for every call. All right, so not quite the catalyst that we had yesterday, because yesterday we had almost 2 1/3 puts for every call on yesterday. So for today we've got only 1 1/4. So I don't know, maybe some consolidation up here, a little bit of a rest. I mean, that was a $15 move that we had, so I would think a rest would be in order. But we'll see what happens. All right, so that's August 1st. Max Payne supposedly 545. So we'll see what happens. I don't think so. I don't really want to see 545. I think we rest up here over 550. All right, so there's Max Payne. Let's take a look at the dollar. Then we're going to go look at the earnings. All right, so here's the dollar. And what I wanted to see was price action get below. See this line right here, 103.96, 98. See these tails. I wanted to see price get underneath there and hold. All right. So we came back and we visited. Bottom line is, if we don't make a lower low, you know they're going to go challenge the high. All right. So if we don't make a lower low here, Good chance we run up here and start challenging this high. At least this high, and then probably this high, and then that one. All right, so need the bears to show up today in the U.S. dollar. They're already showing up here. We're underneath it for a brief moment, but we're not able to hold the ground underneath this 103.98 level. All right, need to see it come down here and stick. All right, come down and stick it right here, and then hold the area. That's what we need in the dollar. All right, because if we don't do that, we got ourselves a higher low and a possible visit back up to the highs, and that would cause probably a crushing blow to the market. We'll see what happens. Earnings calendar. All right, so what do we got for today? Let me just say, Wednesday, we had Meta. Meta reported yesterday. All right, it's a big one, Meta. So about $1.1 trillion. Tuesday we had $3.1 trillion. Microsoft reported. These are big caps. Okay, so today, Thursday, we've got Apple, $3.3 trillion. Amazon, $1.9 trillion. Okay, so over $5 trillion going to be reporting tonight after the close. Yeah, there's going to be some volatility. We'll see where they go. I think Amazon's going to report good numbers, but I don't know about Apple. I don't see anything that says Apple's going to report good, but I haven't heard anything bad either. All right, so I don't know. I think Amazon will do well, but Apple, I'm not too sure about. And Apple's almost twice the size of Amazon. So that's later tonight, okay? We're going to have later tonight, you got Apple, Amazon, Intel, and Booking Holdings, okay? All up over $100 billion. This morning, we got Toyota Motors, Shell, and ConocoPhillips. All right, it's a little bit of energy and some car manufacturing. Toyota Motor, $280 billion. Shell, $227 billion. ConocoPhillips, $128 billion. All right, so that's this will be the market moving event tonight. $5 trillion. All right, it's going to happen after the close. For tomorrow, Berkshire, as soon as they get their P&L put together, they're scheduled to report. They might not be ready yet. Okay, only about $1.8 trillion between Berkshire A and Berkshire B. Okay, so $1.8 trillion. That's a big market mover if we just knew when they were going to report. ExxonMobil, $465 billion. All right, they're going to report in the morning. Chevron, $294 billion. They're going to report in the morning. Linde, $216 billion, and some more familiar names. Let's take a look at Monday. Sumitomo, just some familiar names, but nothing that's going to move the market. And Tuesday, what do we got? Amgen, $178 billion. Caterpillar, $167 billion. And HSBC Holdings, $161 billion. All right, so again, some familiar names, but nothing that's really going to rock and roll the markets. Not like what's coming tonight. $5 trillion of market cap after the close. All right, traders, that's it for this morning. I'll take questions in the room if there's any questions at all. If not, I'm going to render my video. I want to thank everybody for being here. I want to thank everybody out in digital land. Again, today I'm expecting just some consolidation. All right, we had a nice $15 move. I'm not expecting a whole lot of a big move today. Truthfully, I'd like to see FNGU just hold the ground over that falling 200 SMA. That would be nice on the 15-minute chart. Okay, so if they hold that area, that would be nice. like to see SPY hold its area where it is now up over the all-time high anchored VWAP. Okay, I want SPY to kind of hold the ground up over the all-time high anchored VWAP. That would be really nice. Oh, you're welcome, Chip. And so that's it right now. Looking at probably a chop day. All right, maybe a little bit higher, not much, kind of fill the gap. But by the way, they filled the gap last night in the post-market. So we'll see what happens. Like to just hold the ground over 550. Like to hold the ground over the all-time high anchored VWAP. I'd like FNGU to hold the ground over the 200 SMA. Be prepared at the end of the day. They may all give it up at the end of the day. We'll see what happens. You got Max Payne as 550. I have two sources for Max Payne. Thank you for bringing that up. I have this source, the Chart Exchange. I will try my other one. Sometimes I can get it. Sometimes I cannot. See what the other one says. Ridiculous. I don't know if it's their website or my speed. Right now it's looking like it's my speed. So Brad's got Max Payne as 550. That sounds more like it. I really didn't see 545 on the table, but they printed it on this website, and I think Brad's number is probably going to be closer. All right, so here we got 545 for Max Payne on this website. Somebody's wrong, and they're way off because 550, 545, that's a big difference. Well, I can't find it on this one, but I tend to believe Brad's is more correct. You had to refresh it too? Brad's got it. He's going to share it with us. Let's take this up here. All right, Brad shared it with us up here. All right, you can see he's got Max Payne 550. Thanks, Brad. All right, and almost 1.5 puts to every call. This is on the other side. I tend to believe these guys a little more than they do the other ones. All right, so this max-payne.com, 550. So, yeah, I do see 550 in the window today. I see a brief visit to 550, maybe sometime in the afternoon or in the morning, and then maybe later in the evening. All right, so we'll see what happens. Thanks, Brad. All right, I'm going to render my video if there's no more questions, and still working on it. If there's nothing else, I will see you all at 9:15. We'll kick off the market. We want to stay over all-time high anchored VWAP. And I'll see everybody in video land at 4:30.